Well, what we have agreed to today is to make sure that, so today's is the first agreement on a potential vaccine with AstraZeneca regarding 300 million doses going up to 100 million more potentially. And this all, of course, is dependent on how the next phases of the trials are going. What we have, so this is an advance purchase agreement, which gives the member states the right to buy a given number of vaccines for a certain price and when this vaccine becomes available. Now, for understandable reasons, I'm not going to comment on the concrete terms of the agreement, which do remain confidential among those who will sign it. But for us, we see this today's agreement as a strong step in implementing the EU vaccine strategy from July, which exactly where on the Commission side we made our aim known, which was how to get to a situation where we have quality, safety, and efficacy of vaccines, where we have timely access for vaccines by member states, as well as how do we show global solidarity. And that's an important point in the deal that we reached today, that it is for the member states, as well as for sharing it with lower and middle income countries, as well as other European countries. Thanks. Do we have next questions? I see if you have any other questions on the area of health. I see David. David?
Yes, thank you. Yes, it's about UNESCO.
About
presumably
UNESCO.
for Sonia.
Okay, let me just check whether there are any other questions on health issues. I think Sarah would have one, please.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well, thank you.
Yes, very well. Great, thank you. Just to reiterate, is this the Commission taking over the agreement with AstraZeneca that the Inclusive Vaccine Alliance had kind of worked out initially?
This deal that we made today, that indeed covers all the member states. This is something where we have been negotiating on behalf of the 27 member states. Thanks.
Right, but I mean, so does the deal that, is this in addition to the deal that AstraZeneca worked out with France, Germany, Italy, and the Netherlands, or is this the same agreement but formalized and through the Commission?
No, this is an agreement which is for all of the 27 member states, which has been negotiated now with by the European Commission and the company involved. Thanks. With this, we go to Mihaela. Mihaela, I think your mic is open. You should be able to just take the floor.
Okay, now you can hear me. I'm sorry, yes. I'm just working out the buttons here. Yeah, so I'm sorry to insist upon it, but is this deal with AstraZeneca replacing what the capitals have already started with the pharmaceutical companies? Or is it a separate deal, a parallel one? And there's a question about how much is going to cost and who's going to cover the costs. Thank you.
Yeah, when it comes on the costs, then we're not gonna go into more details on that one now. When it comes to the parallel negotiations, then this one is we are discussing. So what we've done is that we've had the negotiations with the company, and we have been in parallel discussing with the member states about their needs, and on that basis we will move on to the next steps. Thank you. Unless there are other questions on health, we would move on to David, please, on UNESCO. David, you have the floor.
Hello, sorry. It's actually a continuation on the health discussion first. Sorry to confuse everybody. There's a huge amount of money, taxpayers' money, being spent on these contracts. I heard today that there's enough vaccines being ordered in the United Kingdom for 5 shots per person. And I'm wondering what safeguards are being made about the people who promote the purchase of these vaccines, who, for example, have the patent rights and obviously have a financial interest in how these contracts are being made. Could you say a little bit more about the financial safeguards on these contracts?
Thank you. I'm not going to go into the details, of course, about what we have agreed, but I can assure you that, of course, from the European Commission side, when we have these negotiations, we take all the financial liability and patent issues and so on very seriously. So these are things which our experts have been working out. They've been working those out in detail. So that's as far as I could go into details on that question now.